don't mean to distract from this conversation, but Sean, you bashed Katie's hair. I already clapped back once. I got to say it again. I think you're guilty of wearing the same shirt 2 days in a row.
You posted an Instagram post yesterday with that same shirt.
Am I right or am I right?
Accountability, Nick.
Be speechless.
Technically 3 days in a row, actually, if I'm being honest.
Wow!
Speaking of getting the party started.
For the victory lap, though. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I stress overcome, what for? Train under trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands, and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Switch gears, we keeping haters in the rear. At the blood, sweat, and tears, and my goal so near. I see my victory so clear. I see my victory so clear. And today, we break through. 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 And today, we break through.
Welcome to episode 83 of the Gridiron Podcast. We're only 5 seconds and we're already way off these tracks. Train is out of control. This is episode 83
You
of the Gridiron
derailed
Podcast.
it. What do you mean this train's out of control? You're the one who knocked it off the tracks. Would you like to tell the viewers and the listeners exactly what you just did? The uncalled for comment that you just made?
This is the only podcast in the world that covers all of the iron of American football and all the grit of Formula One. I've already messed up the intro. All right, story time. So while we're in the chat, just, ready to start the podcast, we're behind the curtain, as we like to say. Katie's like, let's do this in a snappy Nick said, let's do this in a snappy 45. Katie's like, yeah, I got to go get my hair done. And I said, I can tell.
And then they're like, okay, 3, 2, 1. Hi, everybody. Man, it's not even noon where I am. Shots so fired so early in the morning.
Oh my gosh, I know. Okay, let's get serious. All right. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Katie's hair, by the way, looks great.
Yeah. For those not watching, looks lovely, Sean.
Yeah, it does. It looks fantastic.
We are streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you for joining us, if you are. Comment in the chat about how much of a meanie I am. But we do talk about football and Formula One, and there's a lot to get into because we're coming off, what was this, week 6 in the NFL already? Yeah, week 6
Congrats.
in the NFL. And we are going to where this week in the Formula One World Championship?
We're going to Austin, Texas. A great
Everybody
track.
ready for a big dose of Americanism this weekend?
My
Rock,
daddy
flag,
served in
and
the
eagle.
army, and he lost his right eye. Like, just that. Just play it on loop for the next week.
And I'm proud to be No, I can't even. I'm just...
Just
Brought
insert
to
Canadian.
you courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
Oh, I didn't even introduce us. I'm Sean Barie, as always. Holding down
Sean.
the fort up in the land. Cleveland, Ohio is our NFL.com talent writer. Nick Shook,
Arms
the
are looking
ball
a little
behemoth.
small today.
Yeah, well, you said you only do arms once a month. So
It's true.
I mean, that
It is true.
He said that,
No,
not
Katie,
me. Okay.
it's true. It's true.
I
Only
mean-
once a month.
Which also,
I do arms more than you.
Yeah.
yeah, Nick.
Is that true?
Well, because bench, you work the triceps, and then you're pushing, and then back you pull, and you get enough work. Anyway, back on track.
So you work out 3 times a month?
No, I never skip leg day. Come on.
I only skip leg day.
I know, it shows. Oh, boom! That was for you, Katie.
You know what? I deserve that. I deserve
Defending
that.
my...
And I'll take that on the chin. But, Nick, I'm doing leg day tomorrow, so joke's on you.
No, it's a rare one.
Guy, yeah, this is just so...
Actually, can we stay off the rails for 1 second? Because we're
Yeah.
already off them.
Yeah.
There is a
So
guy
far
that's
off them.
behind home plate for the Blue Jays home playoff games.
Oh, yeah. By the
way,
he
talking
is
right-
like... Nick, have people sent him to you and been like, Nick, are you in Toronto right now? Because he is the most jacked guy I've ever seen. And he keeps going viral because he keeps going to these games. And every time I look at him, I'm like, this guy is Nick Shook sitting there in the back. It's the only person I've ever seen that resembles your body frame. and he keeps going viral on Twitter every time he's at
Katie
these Blue
just said
Jays
I have a
games.
unique frame. Thank you so much. Is it Cheese Hat Man? No.
No, was Cheese Hat Man the sparkly jacket guy? Anyways,
By the
I'll
way,
send
our
you guys
third
a-
host commenting on
I
this
see who you're
physique
talking
is
about.
our
that
Canadian
crazy?
queen, Katie Caldwell.
Yeah, he does have he's got bigger traps than me.
his traps are a bit crazy.
He's sitting next to the guy with the creative T-shirt. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, we got a comment in the chat. Hey, friends, please stay off the rails. Rails boring. Betty, it works for me. Welcome to just how most of my life goes.
Yeah, we are very off the rails.
Anyway, Sean, that's
Let's
it
get
for
back
me.
on them real
All
quick.
for me,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah. Canadian Queen, Katie Caldwell, Bald Behemoth, Nick Shook, Sean Barie. Welcome to episode 83 of the Gridiron Podcast, the most off-the-rails podcast we have probably done to date. Let's talk about Week 6 of the NFL. No, this is pretty. At least this is like the most off-the-rails to start a podcast we've ever done, I feel like.
Yeah, I've seen more pictures of this guy too. That guy looks like he's inflated. He looks like SpongeBob when he had those inflatable arms. God, I hope I don't look that cartoonish. Anyways, yes. Sean, we are going to Austin, Texas this week for F1, and we also have Week 6 of the NFL, as you said. We had some thrilling games. We had some not-so-thrilling games. I just watched Chargers-Dolphins. Sneaky good game. You should go check that out if you have NFL Plus or catch a game replay on the old NFL Network. Takeaways from this week, guys. Let me go to where Sean works. Because, like we said on the show last week, Baker Mayfield is the leader early to an MVP. And damn it if he didn't have an MVP performance again in a win for the Buccaneers.
That
Guys,
3rd and
there
14 play?
3rd and Baker. Third and Baker. There is no cheering, as we know, allowed in press boxes in the NFL. Only losers do that. But when I tell you that there were audible gasps and oohs and ahs at the end of that play, there were a lot of them. Not cheering, but I don't think anyone would have faulted us if we did up at the press box at Raymond James Stadium. Yeah, Baker Mayfield is, right now, he is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to the NFL MVP race. What a world we live in. Baker Mayfield, NFL MVP, and after the game, I'm back in the office, I'm editing my story, and my producer, he was like, Baker's not going to win MVP. And then I turned around, like, how can you even say that? Like, he is no Mike Evans, right? No Jalen McMillan, no Chris Godwin Jr., now no Emeka Ibuka. It's Baker Mayfield, man. Like I said on the podcast last week, it's Baker frickin' Mayfield, and his excuse was, no, it's not that he isn't the NFL MVP, but it's Baker Mayfield. Like, he can't be the NFL MVP.
It can.
It absolutely can.
It's just breaking
oh my
Betty's
gosh.
brain.
It can and it will.
He's just so used to seeing him from his Cleveland days in Carolina and L.A., but he has found himself in Tampa. I mean, this is nothing new. We've been talking about this for like the last 2 years. This is nothing new, but he is just taking it to another level that's honestly fun to watch and even more fun to cover.
Yeah, 17 of 23, 2 touchdown passes, 256 yards, and honestly, that feels like it's unfair when trying to describe how important he was to this game. Now, mind you, Baker Mayfield is having a season in which he is playing without Chris Godwin and now Mike Evans and Jalen McMillan, the top 3 receivers from the Buccaneers offense last year. He's been relying on a first-round pick in rookie Emeka Ibuka to do pretty much everything. Ibuka leaves this game with an injury. He's down to Sterling Shepard and God knows who else.
Tez Johnson and Cameron Johnson.
And Cameron Johnson, yeah.
Johnson and Johnson.
College.
Oh,
D2
yeah.
Barton College. By the way, quick aside. I was waiting in front of their lockers to talk to them afterwards because they have lockers right next to one another. And
Johnson and Johnson, as Katie just said.
Exactly. Tez Johnson was making a joke. He's like, "Hey, Johnson and Johnson," and I just
Stole my
cracked
bit.
up because I thought of the Forrest Gump quote, and I just said, "They are of no relations." And Tez Johnson just looks up at me and goes, "This guy's funny. This guy's funny." And I was like, "Thank you."
Tez had a
Thank
funny
you.
moment that's gone viral when he thought that
Yes,
the
he
MVP
did.
chance for Baker were for him.
That
That's
was
great.
so
Yeah.
funny.
The
And then
Buccaneers-
explaining to him on the sideline, like,
Yes.
Yeah,
Betty,
it's not
that
for
was
you, dog.
obviously for Baker.
Those are for Baker and not you.
He
This
told
is just
that
a fun
story.
team. This is just a fun
Yeah.
team to watch.
Yeah.
Cameron Johnson afterwards, too. Again, D2 guy, undrafted free agent. That touchdown catch he had from Baker in the first half against the Niners, that was his first catch in the NFL. And afterwards, he was asked, how many reps do you actually, get at practice? And he's like, Not really any. He's like mostly on scout team, but they'll throw me in there every once in a while just so I know what I'm doing. And it's amazing that they're doing this. And he told me, I asked him, what is it about this wide receiver room that just allows you guys to respond when you have guys go down every week like they have, unfortunately. He's like, this is the best wide receiver room in the country. We really believe that. And they might be right.
I mean, we're at the point now where, like, a 7th-round pick is playing a pivotal part in Tez Johnson, who was a stud at Oregon, who was one of my favorite players. I may have texted you. I know I texted my friend who's a diehard Buccaneers fan. When they drafted him at the end of the draft in April, I was like, oh, that's a good pick. You're going to like him a lot if he ever sees the field because you have so much depth. Well, surprise, surprise, he's seeing the field, and he's making plays. So I don't know if – I would say depth. Like, when Emeka Egbuka is your 3 or 4 because of how many – when you're all healthy – yeah, you got the most depth in the league at the position for sure. We are in this weird place, though, I think, in the NFL right now, where we have a haves and have-nots, but we don't really have a favorite. Like, we don't have a Detroit running through the league team. We don't have Kansas City at the peak of their powers as they were, 4 or 5 years ago. Buffalo lost again, and I think, what did I say? Bit of fraudulence starting to show.
You called it. A little bit of fraudulence. NFC South? Anybody? NFC South? Can I interest you in some NFC South?
You can
best division in football?
No.
Can I interest you?
No.
Nick, wait. Hey, listen. Hold on. Listen real quick.
I'll let you do this.
May I offer you some Dave Canales-led Panthers? May I offer you some Carolina Panthers?
No.
Okay.
No, because you know why, Sean?
Katie, can I offer you some Atlanta Falcons?
You can offer me, and I'll take it. I don't think that they're necessarily that good, but they're watchable and they're fun. The Rico Dowdle game for the second week in a row against the Cowboys, that's really fun. Bryce Young is playing a lot better, I think. Like, the Panthers, to me, I think could be a fun 9-8 team.
This is the Buccaneers, and then it's a whole bunch of mid. And then it's the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, but we're in this point in the season where we don't know shit. I don't know pretty much anything.
For real.
Look at the standings right now.
Breaking news. Nick doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
And neither does anyone else.
Shocking. Many people online like to tell me that every week. Look, the Steelers are 4-1. They don't look like a team that's going to run away with the conference. The Patriots and Bills are tied atop the AFC East. The Colts are 5-1. Are they for real? Offensively, they're putting up points, but we don't know. The Chargers and Broncos are tied for first in the West, and I think the West could end up getting 3 playoff teams out of that division. You go to the NFC side, the Eagles are 4-2, but they lost 2 in a row, and all hell's breaking loose in Philadelphia. The Packers are 3-1-1. That one loss was to the Browns. They also tied the Cowboys, who can't stop a nosebleed defensively, which brings me all the way back to my original point. Great day for the Panthers. Bryce Young looked great. Rico Dowdle's running with his hair on fire, and yet they played the Dallas Cowboys, whose defense, like I said, can't stop a nosebleed. I don't know anything. I know one thing. I think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to make the playoffs and make some noise, and they're going to be a problem. And I think that the Lions are going to be a tough out. I think they're still going to be one of the better teams in the NFC, could potentially win the conference. But we have no favorite. Parity is perhaps at an all-time high. I don't have the research to back this, and I'm not going to take the time to ask our researchers, who are short-staffed to begin with, if this is the most parity we've seen in the NFL, because I don't even know how you could really properly measure that. But I can tell you from the eye test right now, I don't know what the hell's going on, which means it's a great product for everybody to watch, because there's no telling who's going to win every Sunday.
I feel like there have been seasons where there was a lot of parity in the NFL below 3 or 4 teams that were clear standouts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But this season, those clear standouts that we thought were at the top, it feels like matchup-wise, sometimes they just get blown out. And then obviously injuries happen. Man, injuries happen every single year, and some teams work around it. But the Lions against the Chiefs, I was a little surprised by that one. I thought that would at least be a bit closer. And we've talked about the Chiefs that 3-3, they're better than that record. And when we did watch the tape, it was good. And the Jacksonville game was weird. They shouldn't have won that one. But I don't really know who's good and who's not, and that does make it so entertaining.
Yeah. At this point in the year, we usually have at least 1 or 2 undefeated teams left, I feel like, every year, or at least one. Or like you said, Katie, we have absolutely the class above the rest, and then you've got everyone fighting for those playoff spots, division titles, and stuff like that. Right now, we've got 4 one-loss teams. No one's undefeated anymore. We've got 4 one-loss teams, a whole bunch of 2-loss teams. You're right. Everybody is kind of jockeying for position right now, and you look at teams. I mean, I'm gonna put the Chiefs at 3-3 up there in the upper echelon because they just still look like the Chiefs. And they're gonna get Rasheed Rice back at some point.
This week supposedly.
This week,
yeah,
okay.
It's a 6-game suspension.
I think we're gonna learn a lot coming up here. Week 7, you've got Bucks Lions in Detroit on Monday Night Football. It's going to be good from here on out. And then we just learned, I think, something what the Chiefs just showed us against the Lions as well. So
the Chiefs
this
are back,
is going to be,
dude. The Chiefs are freaking back. Offensively, they are back.
They never went anywhere.
Yes, they did. They were not back last year.
They were
not back last year, but they are so back.
Not that good last year.
No, it wasn't.
It doesn't matter. They were still in the Super Bowl. They didn't go anywhere.
And that's the point. And that's the point.
They didn't go anywhere.
What was it? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Ooh, you're more worried about the Chiefs or the Ravens? The freaking Ravens. The Chiefs are back, baby. The Ravens are
you have to be bad in order to be back. Okay, they weren't bad.
Sean, what? Do you not remember how everybody was hating on the Chiefs' offense last year?
They started 11-0.
And they were like, they're the worst 11-0 team. Yes, yes, and their offense was not impressive, and they were just barely doing enough to get by because Patrick Mahomes was keeping that team moving, which is why he was always in the top 5 in the QB index. And my people were up my ass the whole season about, you got Mahomes way too high. His numbers are too... Yeah, I know that made you raise an eyebrow. I don't care. You got Mahomes too high. His stats suck. Yeah, but that's not what the QB index is about. It's about more than stats, and it was about more than that for the Chiefs. But they are vastly better now than they were last season offensively, which is why we always say you can't count them out until they're officially eliminated. They are so far away from being eliminated right now, and I'm not just saying this because they beat the Lions. They have looked like this for weeks. They even look like this against Jacksonville. AFC West might be the best division in football.
Oh, yeah.
It might be.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Pivoting real quick, though, because going off your derriere comment, Nick, we also had another comment from one of the best wide receivers in the NFL this week, Jamar Chase. They play the Steelers on Thursday Night Football, and Jamar had an interesting way of previewing this game against their AFC North Division rivals, saying the Steelers expect to come in here and raw dog us.
Hell yeah.
So there's that.
What?
And they are probably going to raw dog them.
What?
Are you just learning about this for the first time, Nick?
Did we break this to you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Did we break this news to you?
Yes, I'm not paying attention
okay.
to Monday press conferences. I'm watching games.
Oh, yes. Hold on. I need to read you the actual quote now.
That's good enough. I don't even want the actual quote. That's good enough for me.
All right. I mean, that's basically what it was. He's like, the Steelers expect to come in here and raw dog us.
Oh, wow.
Somebody asked Joey Porter Jr. about it yesterday, and JPJ was like, that's a weird way to say that, but I mean, he's not wrong. And I feel like Joey Porter had like the opportunity to do the funniest thing in the world and just with a straight face say, hey, Steelers always practice safe defense.
That's what I was going to say. They always use protection. Like,
hey, we use better protection than the Bengals O-line. That's for dang sure.
Hey, there it is. That was a layup, and he took the alley-oop and slam dunked it. Yeah.
That is one of the most off-the-wall comments I think I've ever heard when a player's asked about their next opponent. But hey, we're talking about it, so
Show us the lie. I mean,
Logan said, "How this quote not headline?" Well, I mean, I'm not on the headlines in the Monday morning, which is why. Because I work
I feel like
Monday
I've seen
night
it
game.
everywhere. Maybe my algos are weird.
I'm so happy that we got to share this moment with you, Nick. I really am.
As a family.
Like I even texted it to the group before the podcast.
That goes to show how much I'm not paying attention to anything but watching games. I was just watching games before I got on here.
Yeah, but you could still be texting your friends back.
You know what, Katie?
Come
It's
on,
healthy
man.
to disconnect sometimes
Not from us.
from the world.
Apparently that includes us. I guess we'll
The rest
just
of
go
the
screw
world's
ourselves.
fine. But not your pod family.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's my mistake.
You know what? We're done watching the NFL Daily Monday Night Football recap.
Well, you only watched it. Well, maybe Katie watched it multiple times, but
I watch it all the time.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't know about you, Sean. I feel like Sean got on board because Katie sent a picture of her watching me on the TV.
I watched it when you started it a couple of weeks ago, and then I
Got bored and
missed
left.
I missed the last few, and then yes, Katie sent a picture last night. I'm like, oh yeah, that's on right now, and so then I hopped on there.
I
me
appreciate your
sleeves.
support. I appreciate
And-
the
Nice to
support
see
of
it's
all
been
listeners.
corrected today.
And he gave us a shout out. He gave us a shout out.
I did, and hopefully we have some new listeners as a result of that. Who knows?
Oh, by the way, if you are a new listener, or if you've been here before, we totally forgot to do this, and we're 20 minutes in. Nick, where can they find us on social media?
On Instagram at GridironPod, on YouTube, youtube.com/@GridironPod. And Katie, how can they get in contact with us?
You can also email us at thegridironpodcast3. That's thegridironpodcast3.
Damn those other
two.
At gmail.com.
Good
Yeah,
job.
great. That's it. That's all
Awesome.
from me, guys.
Cool. Yeah, all right.
All right, this has been... No, I'm just kidding.
This has been an episode. This has been the Connor Hayward episode. Speaking of, Connor Hayward got a touchdown this week.
Fantastic
Connor
catch.
Hayward?
Fantastic throw by Aaron Rodgers. Made me say, wow, out loud.
He had a couple of those moments, that little flip he had to Jaylen Warren for first down. I have to say, I like how the Steelers' offense is kind of progressing. The defense is getting better. I know they played the Browns this week. God help Dylan Gabriel. That was... There's throwing him to the wolves, and then there's what Jalen Ramsey did.
He wasn't terrible, but he's just a pretty average quarterback and gets the ball out on time, and that's about it. The Browns are a bad football team. Also, I need to point this out.
Defense
He's
isn't
also
bad.
a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Browns' defense still isn't
their
that
offense
bad.
sucks. Their offense is
Their
terrible.
offense is terrible.
Like the defense.
At the end of the game, I'm watching the Bucs press box with the sound off because they have their game on. Losers. And I see Cam Hayward, T.J. Watt on the sidelines, Alex Highsmith on the sidelines. I'm like, oh my God, are they all injured? No. Even when the Browns were still mathematically in it with like 7.5 minutes left, Mike Tomlin's like, Jack Sawyer, get on in there. Nick Herbig, get on in there. Have some fun, kids.
Herbig
Go
had the
nuts.
most pressures from any Steelers defender on the day. He had a hell of a day. The Browns' offensive line, the tackles are terrible. And that's after getting Cam Robinson. They can't score. So, there was no threat that they were going to come back in that game. I absolutely understood that.
I love
And it feels
Jalen
like
Ramsey's
teams
quote.
have figured out their defense, too.
Well, no, the issue is not necessarily that they've entirely figured them out. It's that let's roll our quarterback away from Myles Garrett, and let's just wait them out. Because by the third or fourth quarter, they're going to get tired because they're on the field all damn day. Because that offense is terrible and can't do its part in making the Browns a competitive team. I don't mean to distract from this conversation, but Sean, you bashed Katie's hair. I already clapped back once. I got to say it again. I think you're guilty of wearing the same shirt 2 days in a row.
You posted an Instagram post yesterday with that same shirt.
Am I right or am I right?
Accountability, Nick.
Speechless.
Technically 3 days in a row, actually, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
I did wash it. I washed it.
Not between yesterday and today. I know you didn't.
No, not between yesterday and today. Look, I slept in today. It's my Sunday, so I'm peek behind the curtain here. I'm not showered. I'm not shaved. I just threw on a hat and threw on a shirt.
You're unshaved.
Okay. I just made one joke about Katie's hair. Now I'm catching strays left and right.
This is for the big nose, big ears thing last week. I'm just kidding. It's not.
You know what?
I'm piling on. I'm piling on.
Settle down, little buddy. Settle down.
Yeah, I am everybody's little buddy.
I also like Jalen Ramsey's quote after the game against the Browns on Sunday, where he said, "I played in the game with the what."
Logan gets in the chat. Sean shaves. Oh, I love a
Friend
Dave
of the
pod.
show.
I love a Dave pod. Go back to that quote, Sean.
We stayed right off the rails the whole pod.
Look, I'm going to say this. I save a fortune when it comes to razors and shaving cream.
He spends
I
every
love
time.
that for you.
I think I switch out my razor head once every 5 or 6 months, and then maybe buy a can of shaving cream once a year. I'm not even kidding you.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yes, Jalen Ramsey, after the Browns win, says, or win over the Browns, says, I played in the game with, I'm going to tell my kids about this day. I played in a game with T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett and had 2 sacks. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching Jalen Ramsey. It seems like he's having fun, and
I do too.
honestly, he just looks free out there. I don't know. This is I like the way they're using him. I like the way they're using him. I like the Steelers team right now.
You know what I would like to do? I would like to not talk about the Steelers. No offense to you, but
no, that's
there
fine.
were some other
I mean,
games
honestly,
in
yes,
the league
please.
this Sunday that were interesting.
We just had to mention the raw dogging comment.
I still can't believe that happened. Yeah, we talked about Chiefs, Lions, Falcons, Bills. Falcons have a defense. They have a defense that stood the test against Buffalo. They made Josh Allen look human. He had nowhere to go. The Bills are in a bad place. Not a terrible place, but a pretty bad place for a team that wants to win the Super Bowl. They're hurt on defense. They had some injuries at receiver, but they're also completely out of rhythm offensively. Not giving James Cook the ball, asking Josh Allen to do too much, making curious decisions on fourth down.
Shocker.
And a defense that is struggling mightily right now.
This has been their MO, Nick, the past couple of years. Josh Allen, save us.
Yeah,
You're our only
that's
hope.
why they're frauds.
Like, every year we're like, hey, they don't really, like, they had Stephon Diggs, obviously, but, like, since, hey, you don't really have a true, talk about the Steelers not having a true number 2 wide receiver, the Bills don't have a true number 1 wide receiver, like.
Well, if they would get the ball. Well, yeah, because Keon Coleman got completely erased by A.J. Terrell in that game, so yeah, that's
there you
true.
go. Like,
yeah.
we're asking, like, a bunch of number 2s and number 3s and some good tight ends, some tight end depth, and then James Cook, but, like, when that doesn't work, Josh Allen, save us. You're our only hope.
Yeah, it's
and this happens every year, which is why he won MVP last year. But at the same time, this can only work so many times.
It's unsustainable. And Bills fans can call me a hater, but I'm sorry. I think they're just overrated as they currently stand right now. Injured or not, they're overrated. And I would not be surprised if they make the playoffs again and lose in the playoffs again, because I just don't see it with them. I do not necessarily. I don't know if I see it with any team right now. But I do like the way that the Seattle Seahawks went into Jacksonville, fresh off a big win over the Chiefs on Monday Night Football, and took it to the Jaguars. Sam Darnold looks good. Jackson Smith and Jigba's a beast. They held on. They did enough. They won the game. That was a good one. But really, what was most interesting to me is the second half of the Monday Night doubleheader. As much as I hate the Monday Night doubleheader, Caleb Williams, not a great game, but the Chicago Bears, whether a comeback attempt on the part of the Commanders, get a road win in the rain in Landover, and Jake freaking Moody, the guy who can't make clutch kicks to save his life, makes a clutch kick to send the Bears to 3-2. Guys, is it time to look at the Bears and wonder, could this team make the playoffs?
I think so. They're spicy enough.
Why not?
And everyone else around them feels worse. Like we talked about the parity in the NFL, it feels like their division isn't as good as I thought. The NFC isn't as good as I thought. Christ, anything can happen this year. It's so fun.
Looking at their schedule,
yeah,
they are. I mean, that was the game. That game last year, that same game was. We all know what happened there. The Hail Mary at the end, which kind of propelled Washington. On that run, they ended up making the NFC title game last year. I mean, looking at the Bears' schedule coming up, they've got the Saints. Then they've got the Ravens. Nick, do we know when Lamar Jackson's going to be back?
I mean, it's like a week-to-week thing. He could be back as early as, I think, the Ravens have a game this week. But honestly, no, they don't have a game this week.
Does it matter? They look like trash with
So
Lamar.
he'll probably be back by that Bears game. But,
right.
I mean...
But they've got the Saints, the Ravens, the Bengals, then the Giants. I mean, who's going to be a tough out? Stuff gets a little harder there because you've got Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Philly, and Green Bay. So that's going to be the stretch where I think we're going to learn if they're going to make the playoffs or not. Like, they have a very tough end of the regular season because they've got 2 games against Green Bay in 3 weeks. Then they've got the Niners, which at that point the Niners will be out of it because they are so injured. God, prayers up to Fred Warner. And then they end with the Lions. So, yes, they could make the playoffs, Katie, but at the same time, that's a gauntlet of a schedule down the end. I think we'll learn a lot about them, though, and they are progressing under Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. Not like you said, Nick, not a great game last night, but, he's doing better. He is taking steps, I think. So,
yeah.
If not this year, we'll be talking about him next year for sure, I think.
Yeah, I think
better than how it's going for Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
Boy. Justin Fields, guys.
Go.
I think I'm the last guy on the Justin Fields ship, and I think I'm jumping overboard. Whew. I mean, the offensive line can't protect him, but he can't get the ball out on time. It's Chicago Justin Fields again. It's the beating that he's taken in the last few weeks have affected him to the point where he's got guys open, he's pulling his eyes down, and he's not getting rid of the football. And I don't know if you can correct that. So I think it's going to be a rough year for the Jets. They're going to be picking in the top 5. Hopefully they win a couple of games, but as it stands right now, yikes! They struggle with ball security when they're running it well. It's just they're getting worse by the week. It's really tough to watch. This is an old game, but actually no. Before I go to that, Sean, you said the Niners are not going to be there by that time.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that too.
They're going to piss me off because they won't go away quietly.
You think?
Yeah.
Mac Jones is playing well.
He did.
Even
And
without Brock Purdy.
outside of that pick he threw, and that, like, if you talk to somebody who was watching the game live, you would think Mac Jones had a terrible game. He had a really good game. He just threw a bad pick early in the game.
Nothing against Mac Jones. It's every week someone's going down. I'm just waiting until I get the notification from Adam Schefter that Christian McCaffrey has a hamstring injury.
Wow.
Or
Thanks,
something.
Sean.
Like,
you're on Schefter's side. You're not on Ian Rappaport's side.
I'm waiting.
Wow, shame.
I'm sorry.
Shame.
I'm sorry.
Schefter bootlicker. Not on this pod.
I mean, I guess we're all going to be coworkers within a year, but still, at this time,
look,
Sean, my God.
Look, Shefty, Rap Sheet, whoever, don't care.
They feel a bit to me though, like the. I thought there
was going to be more there. I was like,
No,
okay.
at least no.
They feel a little bit, not to the same level of Magic, but where they just won't go away. They feel a bit like the Bucks to me, where they lose Brock Purdy and they lose George Kittle, and now they've lost Fred Warner, and like they keep losing all these pieces. And if you told me that they would have lost all these big pieces and still have been 4-1, I wouldn't have believed you. And they. Like, Kyle Shanahan is a system where you can just make it work more than you can within other systems, because I just trust that team. So I think you're right, Nick. I think they're going to piss a lot of people off because they're just not going to go away.
They're going to piss me
They're a team
off.
you just can't really, like, in this setting, like, I know they had a really awful Super Bowl hangover year, but you just can't ever really write them off, especially in that division. There's just so much parity within that division. Like, the Seahawks can have an off game, and I don't really trust their run game. I think that the Seahawks are really good. The Cards are kind of up and down, and then they're without Kyler Murray. Like, the Rams, like, if they lose Puka Nacua, like, a situation like that can swing the whole division. That player's so good. So, the Niners, I'm never, ever writing off of this version of them in this era.
Yeah, and that hangover was also defined by injuries, which is shocking. Here they are dealing with them again, but they lost Christian McCaffrey last year. They have him right now. Like, that's a big difference. And they still have a pretty solid offensive line.
Yeah, let's not manifest that.
No,
I was not trying to manifest.
Definitely not manifesting that.
For
but
it.
also,
Yeah.
if you look at their schedule, like they play Atlanta, Houston, the Giants, the Rams, the Cardinals, Panthers, and Browns. I could see them coming out of that whole stretch of 7 games being 4-3, and at that point they're 8-5, and they're right in the thick of it.
Yeah,
and that's why it's going to be annoying because
Yeah.
They didn't really lose much without Brock Purdy, thanks to Mac Jones. They still have Christian McCaffrey. They still have a solid offensive line. They're making their receiving core work. Like, Juwan Jennings was in the game this past week, and I felt as if I'd forgotten that he was in the game. But they found a way to make it work with Kendrick Bourne and with Demarcus Robinson, a player I've always liked, by the way. Jake Tungus is seeing multiple targets a game now, the former third tight end. Like, they're finding ways to overcome it. Against the Bucks, they were right to lose that game. The Bucks are going to win their division. They're going to be a really tough out in the playoffs. But I think against lesser teams, they probably find a way to win that game. Like,
but that game was
doing
close
it against
too.
Atlanta. Exactly. And
against the Bucks, who are one of my Super Bowl favorites.
and that's why
right
they're going
now.
to piss me off, because I know deep down they don't have enough to win a Super Bowl, but I'm going to have to take them seriously all the way to the end of the year. Thanks, Kyle Shanahan.
But what team, like we said, what team can you look at them and be like, they definitely have enough? Like, I don't feel good about the Eagles right now. I don't feel great about the Bills right now.
Eagles have... Well, actually, I don't know if their defense has enough. Now I think about it.
We come full
And
circle
then
now
they
because
just
this
lost
is how we
Darius
started
Smith.
this conversation.
Sorry, we are going around the NFL today.
We literally have gone around the NFL.
Yes, around the NFL. Yeah.
all right,
Zadarius
anything-
Smith, I would say he was their best pass rusher. They were
just
already pretty
retired.
and he's just like, actually, guys, I've
Peace
seen
out.
enough. I'm
The
out
vibes
here.
must
Like,
be really bad if he was just
he
like,
signed
look...
a 1-year contract last month.
Yeah, he's like,
and
I
he
had
was
a
their
cou-
best pass
I had
rusher.
a couple
and
sacks a couple weeks ago. You know what? I think I'm done. Like, what?
All right, time for me to be getting out of here.
Time to hit the old dusty trail.
Yeah, best be hitting the old dusty trail.
I respect it though. Like, I could never play in the NFL, obviously. Like, if you're done, I'm like, that wasn't something that he woke up and decided that day. If you retire mid-season on a competitive
Well, I
team,
mean,
like, I'm
Vontae
sure it's
Davis-
been brewing in your head for a while.
Vontae Davis once decided mid-game to retire. So.
Yeah.
And then that he might be the exception.
And then there was Antonio Brown against the Jets. where he stripped and then left.
He's in his own category of folks, I think.
That is true.
Hey guys,
Yeah, I agree
I
with
know
you.
how to say that.
can we?
I agree with you, though, Katie. What?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say the vibes do seem off in Philly, just because you've got everything happening with A.J. Brown, and just, yeah, they haven't looked good the last couple of weeks. Like, even down here in Tampa, they probably should have lost that game if Baker didn't throw that interception. Things just seem...
They haven't
This is a vibes-based podcast.
Yeah, and the vibes are not
seem
great.
off.
Yeah.
in
When
Philly.
they look good, but they can't play a complete game.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
we've talked about this on the show before. Their passing game is either going, and then they can't run the ball at all, or they're running the ball and they're not passing it to anyone, and then all of a sudden they'll give up 21 straight points. Like, they just cannot for the life of them. I still haven't seen a game this year where they played a complete game.
Yep, and that's the big issue because that's how you win in the NFL. When you're they're so I don't know, man. Like Josh Jacobs for the course of his career, I swear this is going to relate. Every other year he has a good year. Like that's just been his career. This year he's probably going to end that run because he had a good year last year, and he's going to have a good one this year, I think. The Eagles are like an every other year team, it seems. Like they get to the Super Bowl and lose in heartbreaking fashion. They have a complete meltdown because they chose the wrong coordinators. Then they get back to the Super Bowl and they win it in dominant fashion. And now they're like maybe having a meltdown because they again had to choose new coordinators because they keep losing their coordinators. I don't know. There's something that's off, especially offensively right now, and I don't know if they can fix it overnight. I want to say, to close the NFL segment, we didn't do this last week, but do you guys want to help me get something done today? And let's get the chat involved in this, too. Sean's like, damn it, I don't want to do
Let's
this.
pick some games,
Let's
Nick.
pick some
Let's
games.
do it.
Pull
Let's
up the
do
Week
it.
7 schedule. We'll start with Thursday Night Football. Sean's team in his unwashed shirt, the Steelers, going to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Who you got?
Katie, go ahead. You're so mean, guys. You're so mean to me. So
Wait,
mean.
sorry, who's playing who? I was laughing.
It's Steelers
So
and
mean.
Bengals.
Steelers
So
and
dumb.
Bengals, I think the Steelers are going to raw dog them. But it's not, I think it'll be closer than people think. The Bengals, like, surprisingly started to put it together in the second half of that game. I think it's going to be closer than people realize, but I still think the Steelers are going to take that.
Do we have
Their
a score?
defense is looking better to me, because we've talked about how they're old and kind of overpaid, but they're starting to look more like the Steelers' defense we're used to seeing.
You're hearing it a lot from coaches, like, across the NFL, saying, like, oh, the first couple of weeks of the season, it's preseason for these guys. They don't play in the preseason. This is preseason to them. We're now officially out of whatever their preseason is. And, yeah, you're right, the defense, because it was very worrisome the first couple of weeks, giving up 30 points back-to-back games for, like, the first time in 40 or 50 years or whatever it was. But, yeah, I'll take the Steelers. Give me them. Katie, what did you say your score was?
I'm going to say 21-17.
All right, I will go...
Big Chris
I'll go-
Boswell game.
Yeah, you know what? I'll go 27-20. Late touchdown from Joe Flacco and the Bengals.
Steelers
Hell
30,
yeah.
Bengals 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not going to be close. I don't think. We go
Okay.
to Sunday, another overseas game because we have a billion of them. The Rams facing London's second, adopted team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who you got?
Sean, can you go first? Because I don't know what to make of this one.
I didn't even hear what the game was,
The Rams and the Jags.
Would you just tune me out? What the hell?
pretty much.
I've upset
What
him.
I've been doing
I've clearly
most of my
upset
life.
him today. Wow, most of your life? Oh, one-sided friendship.
all right.
Wow, 15 years, right down the drain. God. Glad I bought...
Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the Rams. Let's go with... No Puka. You know what? Give me the Jags. 24-21.
You do notably love the Jags, so I'm not surprised.
Shocking
Yes.
development here.
Notable. Yeah, 24-21. Jags.
I'm going to say Rams 27-23.
Oh, I have Rams 26-24. Okay.
Oh, I love that for us.
Look
Okay.
at us. All right, next up on the docket, Saints go into the Windy City to face the Bears. Who you got?
Oh, Jesus.
Katie's got Jesus.
He's with me always, Sean. Bears by a billion.
I just know how untrue that is. Okay, she's got Bears by a billion. Who you got, Sean? Sean can't talk. All right, I have Bears.
I've got Jesus by a billion. Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears 30-13.
I have Bears 23, Saints 19. Now we move to the least exciting game of the week: Dolphins at Browns.
Mid-off.
Can we abolish
It's
that
called the
game?
Midwest because every single thing in it is mid.
It's actually worse than mid, I think, with these two teams.
It's worse than mid. Yeah, this is pretty bad combined. 2-10. Give me the Browns. Why not? Why not, man? Give me the Browns. Look, at least things look like they're a dumpster fire. Yes, in Cleveland, but even more so in Miami. Like, you're talking about Tua Tagovailoa airing out dirty laundry about players-only meetings. I don't want to be in that locker room. Give me the Browns 17-10.
Oh, I was going to say Dolphins 17-10.
All right.
I have
I
Dolphins.
hate that team.
Yeah, I have Tua played pretty well, other than the last pick to end the game, which was like a
Didn't he have
desperation.
3 picks?
Well, the first one was off of Jalen Waddle's hands. The second one was a
Right.
great play. The third one, I think Tua actually, the stats kind of lie. He made one really bad mistake.
At least he was really accountable about it afterwards.
You know what, though? Here's the thing. Not to divert real quick, but I'm going to. I think that was a shot at his coach more than his teammates, because
I think it was too.
Glad we're on
it
the same page
suggested to me that Mike McDaniel is letting guys get away with things, and it's affecting the team, and Tua's tired of it. And then for Mike McDaniel to come out the next day, here's a press conference I did pay attention to, and say that Tua knows better as the franchise quarterback than to say those things publicly. That felt like damage control, but also like pinning the blame on your quarterback because you know he can handle it. The vibes are bad, guys, and I don't think this team,
they're atrocious.
personnel-wise, is all that terrible. I could see a situation in which they fired their coach and replaced him and kept the same front office in place and felt like, oh, we just need a new, voice in there. We need a better leader.
This is
With that quarterback, you think?
That's the problem. Is that I don't
a playoff
know
team 2 years ago, guys.
I don't know if you can find a team or a coach that fits the quarterback as well as he does, which means they're in purgatory. They're in a tough place, and I'm not sure.
Oh, they are not in purgatory. 1 in 5, they are in hell.
Well, they'll be in hell soon
burned
enough. But organizationally, over the long term, they're stuck. Like, I guess if you could say the Steelers are in purgatory, but so it's not a good comparison. But yeah, they're stuck.
Right.
I don't think they have a really good answer. Popper said Dylan Gabriel's going to get his first W, by the way, in
go.
this Browns game. I don't think so. I think the Dolphins win 20-17 because the Browns can't score more than 17 points, and it's going to follow the same theme that has happened in most of these Browns games, which is that they keep them in it early, but they never score enough points to keep up with the opposing team. The Browns stink. They're not playing for this year. Next up on the list, Raiders going to the Chiefs, going to Kansas City. The autumn wind rolling into Kansas City. Who you guys got?
Katie?
I have the Chiefs, but I think this one could be closer than people realize, too, for no reason other than just vibes. I'm going to say 28-23.
Sean?
I'll go 31-17 Chiefs.
Oh, I have 31-20 Chiefs. Raiders can't stop anybody defensively.
No,
That's
they
a problem.
cannot.
That's a problem. Eagles going to Minnesota to face the Vikings at US Bank Stadium. Who are you picking?
Sean, you start.
I will go with. I'll go with the Eagles. I'll go with the Eagles 24-21.
I think the Vikings could win this one. 28-23. I think a lot of my scores are similar. Don't fact check. Don't look back and compare.
No, honestly, yes, I do this every week. A lot of them end up being the same. So I throw weird numbers in there, like 19 randomly. I
just can't get a read on anything this year.
No, we don't. Like I said, we don't know what the hell's going on. Vikings 22, Eagles 20. I think the Eagles' problems are going to carry over to that.
Okay.
And the Brian Flores defense is going to cause them problems. The Panthers facing the Jets. The 3-3 Carolina Panthers.
Hell
500
yeah.
for the first time in ages. Taking on the winless Jets, the only winless team left in the NFL.
Since week 10 in 2021.
Yes. Oh, Katie. God. NFL Research's own Katie Caldwell. Wow.
Katie, go ahead.
I think the Panthers are going to keep rolling. I'm going to say... Fuck, I've said 28 so many times. What
Yeah,
numbers
just put
are
a number near 20. Just say 29. Who cares?
29.
It's just a shot in the dark.
21.
I will go, to quote Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, I will go Panthers. They keep on rolling. Give me the Panthers. Give me the Panthers 23, Jets 20.
They are fun. Like Ted McMillan, Bryce Young, and Rico Dowdle are worth the price of admission alone.
I
Which
agree.
is usually only $1 in Charlotte anyway. So.
Oh, it's true. That is. You can fact check that. They have been as low as $1 in recent years. Panthers 28, Jets 17. Not that I believe that much in the Panthers defense, but the Jets stink. They're just not good.
Yeah, I want to change my answer to 10. I don't know how they put up as many points as I said. They're trash.
I once did some research to see if, because the Bucks were playing them one weekend late last year, Panthers were already out of it, and I wanted to see if you could fly to Charlotte, get a ticket to the game, like fly round trip to Charlotte, day of, get a ticket to the game for cheaper than a Bucks ticket, and it was close. It was close. I think the flight was like $200, and then the tickets were like $3. So it was close because, like, at that point in the season, Bucks tickets were like $157 or something like that. So like it was only like $50 more to fly to Charlotte, go to the game, and come back.
Oh, it's only 600 Canadian dollars. That's nothing.
Patriots at Titans. Mike Vrabel coming back right after the Titans fired his replacement. How sweet is that?
This is going to be a revenge game for him then. I mean, yeah. Give me. I mean, look, Cam Ward even said it weeks ago.
They asked.
We asked. So yes. Yeah. Give me the Patriots. I don't know, 26-10. I don't like the Titans right now.
Even Cam Ward doesn't like the Titans right now.
Or Brian Callahan no longer likes the Titans.
Yeah, it's true.
Were you guys surprised that he was the first coach to go?
No,
I kind of thought
not.
we were looking at Mike McDaniel.
Absolutely not. They've been a dumpster fire.
They have been.
They're a tough
Penn
watch.
State, actually, UAB did Trent Dilfer get fired first?
He
Or
did.
was it James Franklin?
The Dilf
so
disaster.
Trent Dilfer gets fired down at UAB, and suddenly everyone's like, you know what? I feel like firing my head coach.
Yep.
Penn State fires James Franklin, and Brian Callahan's out of Tennessee. Mike McDaniel, count your days.
I have Patriots 30, Titans 16. And most of those 16 are going to be scored late. Patriots are going to roll, baby.
Let's
I
go.
think so too. I have 24-17.
Giants going to Denver to face the Broncos, fresh off that big win over the Eagles. There's a hangover coming in the high-altitude setting of whatever the hell they call their stadium now.
Did you say Denver to face the Broncos?
Yeah. No, I said the Giants. Did I say Denver to face the
I think you
Broncos?
said Denver to face the Broncos. I'm like,
Not surprising that I would make that mistake. The Giants are going to Denver. Jackson Dart will be playing football in the Mile High City this weekend.
and Cam Scatterboot. This game could be fun.
How fun could it be, Katie?
Ooh, I still can't decide on a score in this one. I think the Giants are gonna win.
Oh!
Why not? Who cares? No one's
Wild
gonna
card.
fact check me after these games anyways.
You're right, wild
Right.
card.
Look, I mean, I know they had to fly all the way to London to play last week, but the Broncos didn't look very good against the Jets. So you know what? Give me the Giants. I'm riding with Jackson Dart. What was the catchphrase for the Eagles last year? Spicy Whites? Is that what it was?
No, exciting whites.
Exciting Whites.
Exciting Whites. Now we can transfer that. Maybe you know what? Maybe Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboot can be the Spicy Whites. I don't know.
I don't know if that fits, but sure.
Feels like
Colts,
an oxymoron.
Colts and Chargers. This is a
This
big
game's
game.
gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Is this an afternoon window?
This is the 4:05.
4:05.
I don't
4:05.
think it's America's Game of the Week, but if I had the choice, I'd make it America's Game of the Week.
Yeah, it's Canada's game of the week
Sure, we'll go with that.
in my household.
Why not? Okay, I guess I'll go.
I don't know about this one.
Give me. Chargers are favored, but give
They
me
are?
Indiana Jones. Yes, they are. Give me Indiana Jones and the Colts to go upset the Chargers on the
Oh my
road.
God.
24-20.
Oh my God, I am such an idiot.
What?
I just now put together the Indiana Jones nickname.
Nick,
so dumb. Wow.
This has been episode 83 of the Gridiron Podcast.
And
like
week
I could have
six
not
of the
said
NFL.
Yeah, I could have not said anything about that and just eaten it, but I have to wear this. I am being fully transparent with you, the listeners of the Gridiron Podcast, and telling you that despite what I do for work, I too can be an absolute fool, a buffoon, a moron, an imbecile. Wow.
I really respect this accountability, as deeply embarrassing as that is.
Yes.
It's like, this is like one of those moments where years later, it just pops up in your head and you just audibly cringe. You're like, oh, God, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah. I have a lot of
That's
those.
so funny.
Look, Katie, I've told you I need runway lights. Like, you got to really tell me bluntly. I don't pick up on signals. Clearly, I don't pick up on funny nicknames. Good God.
It's all right, little buddy.
Have you ever heard of the movie franchise Indiana Jones?
I just thought there was like a reach that they're like, oh, his name's Jones, Indiana Jones, huh? And I was like, oh, he's playing in Indiana. Oh.
Do you know which state Indianapolis is in?
So
Harrison Ford plays this archaeologist.
tongue and the worm is run for your lives.
Nick, I'm so proud of you.
I am an idiot.
Nick, Katie has a hair appointment. Come on, let's finish this.
Yeah, okay, let's hurry up
It is
here.
true.
Packers, Cardinals, rapid
Go
fire, let's
fix
go.
this
Speed round,
fuck-ass hair.
speed round, go.
Packers 24, Cardinals 14.
Katie.
Packers 21, Cardinals 17.
Packers 25, Cardinals 16. Commanders and Cowboys.
Katie!
Nothing?
I didn't know start good.
It was you. It was you,
Flustered.
Sean. You were the one leading.
I'm just shouting things now. Give me Cowboys 23, Commanders 17.
Oh, wow, okay. 17
No,
points for
sorry, no,
defense.
sorry, no, that's incredibly wrong. Give me Cowboys 33, Commanders 30. Cowboys can't stop a nosebleed, and they can't score.
Yeah, Katie.
Commanders 30, Cowboys 27.
Okay, that's what I had too. What the hell?
Hell yeah.
Falcons 49ers.
I'm
This
in
is
your
happening-
brain now.
You are. This is happening Sunday night in Santa Clara, a glorified business park of a town with a stadium in it. Falcons at 49ers. Who you got?
I'll go 49ers. Give me the Falcons. Give me the Falcons 28-27.
I have the 49ers in this one, but it's going to be close. 21-17.
I have Falcons 23, 49ers 20. Then we go to Monday night, the last doubleheader, thank God. Buccaneers at Lions. This is the game of the week. Sean, show your bias.
I will take. I don't even think it's bias. I'll take. I don't even know why Detroit's favored by 5.5. I'll
They
take
are?
the Buccaneers. They are. They're favored by 5.5. Give me the Bucks. It's possible Mike Evans could come back for this game. Give me the Bucks. 27. Lions 24.
I think I have the Bucks. I'm going to say 33-30. I think it's going to be a high
Oh,
scoring
we're
game.
still really close. Buccaneers 30, Lions 28 for me. And finally, Seahawks, Texans. This is in Seattle. Who you got?
Oh, they're going to kill the Texans in Seattle in primetime.
I don't know. They're not very good at home this year.
That building's still tough to play in. I'm not buying that discourse this year.
Sean, lead us off.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks. 27-20.
Katie?
Seahawks 28-17.
I have Seahawks 24-17. And it's going to be a task to get to 24, but I think they'll get there. Those are your picks. That's week 7. Sean didn't
Well
want to
thought
do
out.
it. And halfway through, I regretted doing it, but we got it done. Katie's got a hair
I was gonna
appointment,
say-
so let's get to F1.
Yeah, let's switch gears to F1 real quick. Rather than give our race predictions, let's just, because Katie's going to love this, let's say our favorite things about the US Grand Prix, guys.
Actually, we got to run.
All right, who do you got winning the US Grand Prix this
Katie,
weekend in Austin? That's
chivalry.
Circuit of the Americas.
Chivalry's not dead. It's all you, Katie Caldwell.
Man, I think Max keeps rocking. I love this Max trajectory right now.
Yeah.
I am on the
Yep.
train. I have Max winning Coda. And then I think we have Oscar and then Lando.
Okay, Nick.
Max, Lando, George Russell.
Hell yeah. Man, the Mercedes have been looking good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of gonna combine your two here, and this is what I thought beforehand too. I'm going Max keeps rolling. I don't know what it is about that car, but it has come alive after the summer break. Max wins Coda again, followed by Oscar, followed by George.
Oh, look at that. We're
I
all on
think-
the same wavelength.
I think this could. I got a bad feeling about Lando this weekend. I think this could potentially be one of those races we look back at, and this helps decide the world championship race. So,
Well, the way that I look at it, though, Sean, is like if there's two McLarens, Lando's going to win because he's the favorite son. That's it. That's why I chose Lando.
Number
we don't
one
have
boy.
time to get into that. We don't have time to get into that this week. We do have a chat though.
Logan says it's Lewis podium time. And honestly, I considered it, but I don't trust Ferrari. I don't trust the car
same.
the way they have it set up for him right now. But if it was like, if you could take away the car, I would totally agree he'd be on my podium.
If they're just
If he
running
was-
on
if-
track.
If he was in a Mercedes.
Yes. Yeah. Gee. Wow. That nice that works out. Papa Popper says Max gets third. Interesting. We'll discuss that later. Maybe he will.
Yes. All right, we'll watch the race this week. We'll recap next weekend. We'll recap week 7 of the NFL season. Should be a good week.
We'll keep our fingers crossed that The Rock isn't doing intros at Coda this year.
You mean that he is?
No, isn't.
That he is.
Isn't. I love The Rock, but less Americanization, please. We're already an obnoxious enough country.
Oh, I love a self-aware American. Gives me hope. Also,
That
I
being
ran
said,
I am not pandering either.
I know you're not. This is so funny. I ran into a friend the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, I listened to your podcast, but only the F1 part because I don't like the NFL at all. So, thank you for joining us for these 4 minutes."
yeah, sorry. We'll
Thanks
talk
for
more
doing
F1 next week when Katie doesn't have a hair appointment.
Stop putting this on me. I still have like 20 minutes.
This is actually this is really on me for
Yeah,
forcing
Nick
picks into
was
the
like,
show.
can you do my work for me? I'm tired of doing it.
Yes.
Your bosses are going to be like, Nick, all of these picks are wrong. How did you pick these games? Oh, you're just two random people
I'm actually
on the internet.
I had a really bad week in picks last week, and it like knocked me out of the running. I was doing pretty well prior, and now not so much.
Guys,
It's always
all
Adam Rank that goes off script. But it's been working for him lately.
I just hope that we have Shaquille O'Neal in a giant Cadillac again with
Now,
long
I
horns
can get behind
on the
that.
front of the grill.
I can get behind
Just
anything with Shaq.
handing these tiny drivers their tiny trophies.
Yes.
But yeah.
Just for the
I'm all for
comedy
that.
of the size difference. That's the because and Shaq's lovable. Like I love everything Shaq's in.
He
That's
is.
fine, including
This
the
is a Shaq
general car
podcast.
insurance. It is a Shaq
Yes.
podcast. Maybe not Shaq size, but Shaq supporting. Yes.
Well, one of us.
And an eagle will fly. All right. US Grand Prix coming up. Week 7 of the NFL coming up. Until next week, for Nick Shook and Katie Caldwell, I'm Sean Barie. This has been episode 83 of the Gridiron Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at GridironPod. On YouTube. How, Nick? Still don't have that one down.
YouTube.com/@gridironpod. It's damn near the same thing.
And then you can email us at thegridironpodcast3. That's the Gridiron Podcast number 3
Damn those other
Damn
two.
those other two.
at gmail.com. Thanks for watching, friends. We'll see you next time. And as always, live life in the fast lane. Oh, and happy belated Thanksgiving, Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah,
but
Canada.
sure.
Yeah, I've been
Cool.
there.
Have your feast. We'll have ours next month. Good night, everybody. Oh, good night, Canada.
Good night.
Duh.
Good night, Ray.
I'm an
Good night,
idiot.
Ray
Bye,
Gunn.
everyone.
Indiana Jones.